Good morning. Today is, or this week is a fairly quiet week. There's at the moment the Roguetober sale ended last Thursday, so that's nearly a week ago now. The Halloween sale has started, but I'm guessing nowhere near the same exposure. I think the only title of mine that's on the hottest list is the Mothership solo rules, and that's down in sort of like 150th place or something. So it's kind of neither here nor there. I'm seeing a few extra sales from the sale, but yeah, not a great deal. So we're kind of back down to what was normal for sort of early September. So yeah, compared to the bulk of sales we were getting uh, during the Roguetober and following the deal of the day, it feels kind of flat, but in reality, it's just normal. Um, so yeah, there's not a great deal going on. I was reading a blog which was mentioned on Discord. So on Discord, there was a discussion about how solo play really favors the game master or DM, who finds it relatively easy to sidestep into solo play. As the game master, you're used to playing a character, even if it's just the NPCs. You're used to creating the scenes, describing the scenes, even carrying out both halves of a conversation when it's between two NPCs with the player characters observing. So a GM is already doing 90% of the work. All the solo rules do is outsource the actual decision making to something as unbiased as a dice roll. For the player, um, it's a much bigger step. They are more used to being reactive. The game master feeds them a prompt and they improvise from it, and then the game master feeds them another prompt and they improvise from that. They generally, depending on the game, are not arbitrating the rules, they're just interacting with the rules. So maybe the style that I do, where I'm using a off the peg game and then solo playing it, is more of a leap from a player to become a soloist than it is maybe for a journaling type game where it's you're being asked questions about your character, um, and then you're purely thinking about your character. Again, the journaling, these questioning type games are feeding you everything, and you just have to improvise from it to build the whole. No, I'm not really into journaling type games, so don't take my word for it. Just go and have a look at some of them and see if you like them. But I'm more concerned about how can I make solo playing easier for people that have never run the game, and that's a problem I'm going to try and address in the next solo book I write. Now, another spin-off of this same conversation that was on Discord was someone linked to the Wisps of Time blog, which is a soloing blog, and the sort of in the getting started in solo, the chosen system was Hero Kids, and that is a very very simple dice pool driven game. And now I'd never gone anywhere near Hero Kids because I didn't think it was suitable for solo play, thinking of it in terms of your players being 4 to 10 years old. I thought, you know, taking away the adult supervision would it's quite a big leap to go, to get someone as young as that to arbitrate rules and create at the same time. Seeing a adult using it as a wonderfully simple game was a brilliant idea. I'd never really considered it that way. Some of the solo games that I do play are wonderfully simple systems. They almost you can go simple systemless, and just use an oracle. You just ask, is the wound serious, and you'll get a yes, no, you know, whatever. You don't actually need hit points. You don't need levels. You don't need a character sheet. You can just journal the whole thing. If you're seriously wounded, you know what that looks like. You don't really need a role-playing game with rules. You just need to decide what those rules are for yourself and role play it. That's all you need. But this question of how can you make it more of a player centric activity than a game master centric one is a question I'm going to try and solve with my next few books. Make them less game mastery and more player charactery. So yeah, I'm probably going to start with Hero Kids just because I've never really looked at the system. Uh, and yeah, I don't know how I'll do. I'll start with that, get some feedback from people that look at it, and try and work from there. So yes, that's my challenge for the day or for the week, is to try and make a solo game that is as easy to use as a journaling role-playing game, a solo game, but using the game mechanics of a proper role-playing game. So yeah, that's it. See you next week.